Hey, this is the next stage of our tutorial. Make sure you've learned the first stage, because in this video we're going to work with next stages. And if you already know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button not to miss next videos about Rubik's Cube and other puzzles. At the next stage you should add to the assembled cross corners with white, so that we have a completely solved white side as well as a properly assembled one layer. But we have to solve this stage keeping the cube with white center down. So take your cube and turn it over so that your solved cross is at the bottom. From now until the very end of the solve, we will keep the cube white center down and accordingly yellow up, and rotate the cube only in this way. At the bottom, your white cross is in safety. You can't destroy already solved details if you keep the cube so. So, to solve the white side on your cube, you need to put the white corners in their place. So, on your cube, find these white corners on the top side of the Rubik's Cube. I have several of them. Let's start, for example, with this white, orange, blue corner. In addition to the white color, there are two more colors on it. In my case, it's orange and blue. You may have other colors. In order to put it in its place, it must be between its centers. Its right place will be considered as a place between the same centers as its colors. In addition to white, we have blue and orange, and the centers around it are red and green. This option doesn't suit us, so we have to turn the top side like this and watch our corner to put it between our centers. With this manipulation, we placed the blue-orange corner between the blue and red center, despite the fact that one center coincides, the other doesn't, so the corner is still not in its place. We turn it further and watch attentively. Now the blue-orange-white corner stands between the blue and orange center, and only here is its place. But each corner has a feature: it can stand in three different positions. For example, on this cube my corners stand in their places, but in different positions. Blue-red stands between the blue and red center, and white looks to the right. The adjacent corner, bluish-orange, stands in its place between the blue and orange center, but white looks to the left. And the third position is when, as in this case, green-orange stands between the green and orange center, but white looks up. Each of the three situations has its own solution. Let's start with the situation when the corner looks to the right. Once again, make sure that it stands in its place, and only now we do an algorithm. We hold the corner so that it looks to the right side and grab the cube with our hand as I show. The algorithm is called Sexy Move. Repeat after me. Turn the right side clockwise. Then turn the upper side clockwise. Then turn the right side back. Turn it counterclockwise. And the upper side back. Turn it counterclockwise. As you can see, this algorithm has put the corner in its place. The next situation is when our corner is the white side to the left. This corner should be kept on the left. Once again, make sure it stands in its place. Green, orange. Turn the side between green and orange center. So we hold the corner that looks to the left to our left, and we make the same sexy move but with the left hand. Repeat after me. Left side counterclockwise. Top side counterclockwise. Left side clockwise and top side clockwise. The same but mirrored algorithm put our corner in its place. The last situation is when the corner on the top side is white up. Again, we make sure that it stands between these colors, red, green, red, green. It is in its place. Such a corner must be placed on the right and repeat a sexy move 3 times. We do it with our right hand. We repeat it again. And again. 3 identical algorithms put such a corner in its place. As you can see, the white color has not yet been assembled, but the upper side no longer has a white corner. This situation may occur, which means that the white is somewhere below, for example, here. In order to be able to work with it, it must be moved to the top side. And for this, we just do a sexy move with the right hand. It doesn't matter which side it's turned to, we just do. Now this corner is on the top face, and we already know what to do next, no matter how it looks. In this case, white is looking up. This means that you have to make 3 sexy moves with the right hand. 1, 2, 3. Now we finally assembled a white side and the correct first layer. Congratulations, this is the end of the second stage, but there may be an unpleasant situation, for example, like this one. It seems that we have a properly assembled white color, but if you look carefully, then some corners are not in their places. So I will note once again, when you put the corner on top with right or left sexy move, check if it stands in its place. In this case, we simply insert this corner up with an ordinary sexy move. If it stands out of place, that is, it doesn't coincide in colors, just do a sexy move with the right hand. Now that it is already on top, again pay attention to put it between its centers. Here red-blue between red and blue. And do only the necessary algorithm. In this case, it looks to the left, so we do the left sexy move. And now it remains to put the last orange-blue between orange and blue. Right algorithm. Now you know what to do even in the most difficult situations. Moving on. The next stage will be very fast, and we will move from the completely solved first layer to the next 2 layers. Let's start. We can completely solve the second layer only by putting edges in their place, here in these positions. And there are only 4 of them. We will put edges here from the upper side. Therefore, on the upper side, we need to find an edge that doesn't have a yellow color. Because on the second layer, there is no yellow center. Let's start. This edge is on the top, but it has a yellow color, so it doesn't suit us. This edge is on the top too, but it's yellow again, and it doesn't fit us. But this edge is suitable because here is blue and red. In order to do a necessary algorithm, we need to prepare for it by putting this edge near the center of the same color. You already know how to do this, turn the top side and follow our detail until the colors match here. That's it. Now the part is in its original place. As you can see, this part has blue and red color, and therefore it should fit between the blue and red center. Right here, to the right. In order to put it in its place, we don't even need to learn new algorithms, just use the same old sexy move. To do this, look again at where the edge should go. If it should go to the right, we make such an additional movement with the upper side to the left, in the opposite direction, as if we were hiding this edge from the right place. So, the top side to the left, And then we make the right sexy move. Rotation and left sexy move. As you can see, this algorithm put the edge in place. Let's try it again with this edge right here. Orange blue, put it in its place, and look again. It has to go to the right, which means that we start by removing this edge to the left with this movement. Then we do the right sexy move, rotate the cube in this way, and the left sexy move, as if we put this corner in place from the previous part. Edge is in its place. A mirror situation may also arise when the edge doesn't go to the right side, but to the left. We do everything the same, but with the other hand. We have to make sure that it should go here, so we move it now in the other direction, to the right. Next we do left sexy move, rotation and right sexy move. Let's practice again. The edge stands in its place. Red-green should go to the left, which means we start with additional movement to the right. Next we do a sexy move with the left hand. Rotation, so that we can do an algorithm with the right hand. By the way, do you remember we put such corners with only one algorithm? This is the case. Very simple. But at this stage there are also unpleasant exceptions, and we need to know how to work with them. For example, imagine that you don't have a single edge on the top side. They all contain yellow, and none of them is suitable. This means that the necessary edges are somewhere on the middle layer, but not in their place, as you can see in this situation. And this means that we need to move the wrong edge up. And you can do it with the same algorithm. For example, by placing instead of this wrong edge, any of the edges from the top. Let's put this edge over here. If this goes here, we turn, right sexy move, rotation, left sexy move. And now we have the necessary edge on the top with which we can work. For example, this one should be here. This one here. And again, something is wrong. There is not a single correct edge. For some reason, each of them stand in their place, but turned over incorrectly. In this case, it is necessary to do absolutely the same. We put any part with a yellow color instead of a necessary edge. It appears on the top, and we already know how to work with it. And, unfortunately, the same situation repeated with this edge. It must again be moved to the top. Let's put this instead. It fell into place and drew our edge to the top face. And we already know how to cope with this situation. This is the end of the second part of our training. If something doesn't work out, don't worry, you can watch this video again at any time. And if you are doing well, the best way to thank me is to become my sponsor. See you in the third part of our tutorial.